Before I kickstart my session, my huge thanks to PFF team for arranging these sessions, and they have put so much time and effort, which are their outside office hours, to just encourage the Tableau community, right? So, and for the guys who has already presented so far, uh, you have done well. And for the guys who are going to present after me, all the best for them. Let's get started. So today, I'm going to talk about TabFast. So you might have seen tab admin and tab cmd, maybe other command line interface that you can talk to Tableau. But tab fast, it's my command. It's how I talk to the Tableau server. Right? Let's get to the session. So before the session, just an intro about me. Myself, Lakshmi Narayana, and I'm part of Fidelity International. I'm working in India, and I design BI solutions. Apart from Tableau, I work on OBIE and Power BI solutions as well. And I lead the Delhi TUG and Hyderabad TUG. Recently, we have started Pune TUG as well. So Delhi, Hyderabad, and Pune, these are all part of India, and we have been encouraging community to be part of these meetups, and we are doing these regularly. And just a social cause. So we have started initiating the Whisper Social Good as well in India. Recently, we had a virtual hackathon as well on the same. And yes, it is just about spreading the word Tableau across different cities of India. You can find me on Twitter with this tag and LinkedIn as well. So if you have any questions related to Tableau server, you can just ask me. Okay, a little disclaimer. So the views or the topics that we discuss all are my own, those do not reflect either my employer or Tableau company, which means I'm talking means simply I'm talking. It's not the Tableau or my employer. And all brands and images and the other stuff that has been used in the presentation are property of their own. Those are not mine. And yes, no animals were harmed. So this is what we will try to resolve, or we will try to see a different techniques how we can make Tableau server perform better. So if you're looking at the kid who is looking at the loading page or maybe loading of visualization, so it looks cute because he's a kid and he's waiting. But imagine a situation wherein your CEO or a CFO who is looking at your Tableau report and is waiting for it to load, and it's taking minutes or maybe more than that. It doesn't look good, yes. So even though visualization may well rich in terms of the interactivity or the filters that you have used, or maybe the images and the customizations that you do, but when it loads, when it takes huge amount of time, even minutes or seconds also matters at many point of times. So in those times of situations, or in those periods, you need to make your report load as much as faster you can, or as much as fast you can do, right? So in the next session, what we will see is we will see different techniques by which you can make your visualization load faster when you publish it onto Tableau server. So I will say simply 5 steps in order to get your visualization into the cache before a real user does, right? So I will start with extract and then the setting of the cache server, and we will see how enabling workbook performance recordings or workbook performance will help in make rendering very fast, or the subscriptions that we are aware of, or the tab cmd utility which comes, or which is an Tableau offering you can use in order to automate the things. So these, let's see how these 5 things will make your Tableau server much faster. So first start with extract. So many of us have been using this extract for maybe just in order to reduce our load times and the other stuff, right? But let's see in detail how extract behaves and how a live connection behaves. So when I take a live connection as an example, so I have published a report onto my Tableau server, and users are using that report or viewing that report via a web browser or a mobile or a laptop. All of these are different clients. So when a user clicks on the report from their web browser, let's suppose, first that request goes on to Tableau server, and then Tableau server has to decide which data source it is using. Tableau will identify the data source and it sends the request onto data source, which may be on a different server or maybe a different data source at all. So if you are using a hybrid kind of network, your Tableau server may be on your cloud and your data source may be on your local data center, right? And then the data source has to send the data back onto Tableau server, and then Tableau server will visualize the data. So if you see, there are four different steps that are involved from starting from clicking on a report and a report complete visualization. So first it is going on to server and then onto data source and then back to server and then back to your browser. So which has huge usage of the network, because everything here is happening. It is talking to different servers, different clients, getting data from different sources. Depends on how speed your data network is, how speed your WAN is, and all that stuff, right? So this is in case of live. But what happens with the extract? So recent 10.5, it has become hyper. Before that, it used to be .tde. What happens when we use hyper? So when a user clicks on the report, you can see on a machine he has clicked on report, and it goes to Tableau server. So what does an extract means? It simply saves Tableau saves snapshot of data on Tableau server itself on a file system. So it directly reads from the file system and it converts that into visualization and user will see. So there is no dependency on the data source where your data source is there or whether it's on your local data center or it's on cloud. It doesn't matter where it is residing. It is just Tableau talks directly to its local snapshot of data and it converts that into visualization, right? But how this local snapshot of data gets refreshed or how it gets the updated data, we can schedule these extracts so that at a fixed point of time or at different intervals, your Tableau server can talk to your data source and it can fetch the latest data. So is it just the network overhead my extract is saving, or is it just the number of steps? In the live, we have seen 4 steps in order to render a visualization, but wherein in hyper it is just two steps to visualize, right? So is it just the number of steps are being reduced, or is it just the network overhead that is being reduced? Only that those are the things which are saving my time in terms of rendering of a visualization? No, that's not. So first, yes, reduced network overhead, and second is portability. You can use extract as the way you want. And the pre-aggregations, so for example, uh, you're using data which is a over the time period data you're using. So when you create extract, you can aggregate it so that what happens is while it renders much faster. And maybe your data source can be any third party database, but wherein your Tableau server is different software at all. So, and it creates that snapshot in terms of hyper on its own understandable format. So what happens is that hyper formatted file is well architecture aware rather your data source, the original data source, so it understands better. So the way, for example, so if I am talking in English, the person who can understand English, it is much easier to understand between each other guys, right? Rather than he's talking something else, some other language, or I am talking in some other language. Yes, there can be communication happens, but when the both things are at the same level, the communications happens in a better way. So that is how, if the product is architecture aware, if the hyper, obviously yes, the Tableau can understand it better rather than the third party data sources. And the fifth, and the one which I like the most, is materialization of the calculated fields. So for example, you have created a calculated field in your worksheet. So in a normal live connection, what happens is when you click on a report or when a user clicks on the report on the first time, so it goes back to your data source. It goes back to your data source and it brings the data. So once it brings the data, and then it creates the calculated fields that you have used in your worksheet or workbook. But with the extract, what happens is on the first successful completion of your extract, Tableau knows what data it needs to calculate, and Tableau knows how many number of rows it has to render. So it creates those calculated fields as a virtual column, you can say. Or for example, if you have created any alias, or if you have split your columns, so Tableau will create, or it materializes them in terms of a virtual column. So what happens with that is, it needs not to calculate when a user clicks on a report. It calculates all those stuff before in hand, and it puts in an understandable and architecture aware format with it, so it's easy and it's faster to render those. So this is one of the feature that I would support, if I would say to use when your data is not the transactional in nature. And with each of these five techniques that we are going to discuss, so I will mention a note as well, because each feature is not designed for each and every use case. The feature that you are going to explore, you have to see how that fits according to your use case. For example, if you are working with the transactional data in nature, and if you are going to extract, so that might impact the data latency or the data difference between the report that you are looking on your screen and the data that is there on the data source. And as I said, it creates a local snapshot of data on the Tableau server itself. So yes, it uses the maybe the file system or any other parameter. So make sure when you use or when you create n number of extracts, make sure to monitor your server performance and see how where else it can impact. And the second, the cache setting of your Tableau server. So Tableau server uses, or it has a different process at all to deal with the cache, and it tries to use or reuse the data as long as it can, but you can configure that. So with the latest versions that it has released, the tab admin is getting replaced, or it's going to be changed with the TSM command line utility, with which you can change the cache residency value. I mean, how much time your cache should be there in your Tableau server, that you can set. So for example, if my data load happens at morning 4 a.m., if my cache is getting reloaded at 6 a.m., so that 2 hours time is when the user is looking at the stale data, which I don't want, obviously, right? So by that means, set your cache in such a way that how your use case is, right? And how many times your data load happens, or how many times your cache server do the refreshes. So of course, whenever a cache, whenever an extract happens, it will completely remove the data from your cache server and in any other means. So how you can set this cache option is, you can set it to as long as possible, that is one option, or as less as possible, that is one option, or you can tell Tableau server time in terms of 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. This is the time till how much time my cache should be there in the cache server or in the RAM. And the third option, so there is an option called enable your workbook performance setting. So what happens with this is, for example, if you are using an extract, Tableau does know how much data it has to deal, maybe 1,000 rows or 10,000 rows. It depends on the number of extracts, or it depends on the size of the extract that you are creating. But what happens when you enable this parameter is, so Tableau runs the extract. When it runs the first time, so what it does is, it captures the result set of data, or it captures the workbook metrics, how or what different queries are being used. So in simply, it recomputes your query results. So far it's just a result, I mean the number, it's not the entire dashboard that you are calculating, or it's not the entire dashboard you are putting somewhere. It is just the query results. So what Tableau server does is, when your extract refresh happens on the first time, So it recomputes the query results and it saves with it. So when a report opens, it need not to calculate or it need not to compute the results because it has already has the data with it. So that's one thing. How I can change this? So for example, I don't want this to be happen because I have uh, n number of extracts. So each extract doing these calculations, obviously it can impact Tableau server overall performance. You can enable it simply by this command. You can say true, false, depends on your requirement. And what if I want to change the, so for example, if my dashboard is viewing or it's being viewed so many times, I mean, the access to the dashboard is very high. I want to cache or I want to calculate the computing results only for the dashboards which are being viewed many times. So by default, Tableau has a threshold of 2. So how this 2 is getting calculated is, so the total number of views that you have for your workbook or report in the last 7 days divided by how many number of extracts that you are going to run in the next 7 days. So that number will decide whether your workbook performance should be calculated in terms of recomputing the query results or it shouldn't be. So in that way, you can configure this option. So again, on the same phase, although this option reduces the initial load times for the workbooks or for the reports, but recomputing query results increases the load on the Tableau server as well, because when an extract completes, in order to do these calculations, backgrounder will be used, wherein we already know that backgrounder is completely resource hungry and it can impact the overall performance of the server. And the next, the option that we haven't seen in this manner, right? So subscriptions, we know subscriptions, what a subscription does. So it sends an email of your report, entire report or the dashboard as an email attachment or as a body of an email. So when that sends that report to a mailer, so what it does is it first thing is it has to calculate all the data or the filters or anything that you have on your report, the report that you have created. And the second is it fetches the complete layout of the report. So what's happening is, first, when a subscription is enabled, right? When a subscription is enabled, it has to read the data. It does the calculations. It creates the report, visual report, and then it sends that to whoever subscribed to it. So in short way, it's acting like somebody is opening the report, right? So which means your entire dashboard will get calculated, and whenever a user opens the same dashboard again on the Tableau server, the rendering will be much faster, right? So how to configure these subscriptions? First, you need to configure your Tableau server SMTP, and then you have to create a schedule so that subscriptions come with schedule, so that you can subscribe to a schedule, and then you can subscribe to the view accordingly your requirement. So you can subscribe to, for example, if my business starts at 9 a.m. So what I will do is I will create a schedule for 8:30 a.m. and then I will subscribe to it, so that before my business user opens that report, something or almost of that report is already being executed before the business user clicks on the report. So yes, it makes faster to load it. And again, subscriptions also runs on the backgrounders. So what happens? Backgrounder uses, and it is resource hungry. So your overall Tableau performance may get impacted. Try not to schedule your subscriptions in business peak hours. Try to schedule before your business start. So imagine if I have maybe more than 10 filters on my report. So I can't create 10 different subscriptions, right? So for example, I have a report, different regions are using, and I have a filter as a region. So that may have different filters, and I can't do subscription for each and every report. It becomes clumsy or it becomes messy. So subscriptions are easy Subscriptions are easy to manage when you have less in number. But what if, and I want to, so I have a requirement, I want to put these things in cache before my businesses are done, even though I have n number of filters on my dashboard. I want to calculate my query results or the view of my dashboard, even if I have n number of filters. So then our fifth and the last comes into picture. So what's that? Tab CMD. Tab CMD utility, we can download it apart from the Tableau server. It doesn't require anything else. It just require a user ID and password access to the Tableau server. You can download it and you can use it the way you want. So how you can, how one can use Tab CMD in order to put their visualizations into preloaded or pre-calculated kind of stuff, right? So how I can do that? So what we can do is we can use Tab CMD export option. So which project you are looking or which sheet you are looking, you can convert them into PNGs, images or PDF. You can download them. So when you are downloading those into any file system or anywhere, so in some ways it is almost acting like your subscription. I mean, I'm not saying these two are equal, but even the tab CMD export image or export PDF also doing the same thing. It is calculating your things and it is creating your dashboard complete layout, and it is putting that into usable and non-interactive way, maybe PNG or any other image kind of stuff. Right? When you have n number of filters, you can pass those filters to your tab CMDs, and by using PowerShell or any automation tool, you can schedule these. So how I want to schedule this? For example, I have 10 filters and my business starts at 9 a.m. What I will do is at 8 a.m. in the morning. So I will use, I have schedule, maybe any other scheduling utility I will use. So I will use my tab CMD. I will pass 10 filters in series one by one. Or you can do the same in parallel if your Tableau server has that capacity to be consumed. So this automation can help me in simply putting my things in the cache. So we have seen 5 different techniques that we can use in order to put your visualization view into cache or into RAM before a business user actually opens it. So you have to schedule or you have to put these 5 things in a line in order to give the better performance. So for example, my data load happens at 4 a.m. So I will start my extract at 4:30 or 5 a.m. Suppose that maybe depends on the data, it can take X amount of time. Post that my workbook performance metrics will run so that my computed results can load. So post which I will do a subscription, or I will create a subscription schedule so that my subscription schedule will run and my entire dashboard will load it into cache or RAM, I can say. Or if I have n number of filters, as I said, I will go for tab CMD maybe at 6 o'clock or 6:30. So by the time business user comes, so with all the things, so imagine in a normal case, what happens when a business user clicks on a report. So Tableau has to calculate stuff. Tableau has to visualize. It has to put the bits and pieces together on a screen or on a dashboard. But putting all these 5 things in a row in a right manner according to the right times. So it brings the entire report into more friendly or more usable in terms of time. It can render faster, right? So these are the 5 techniques that you can use. But again, the same. Each and every each and every technique will use server resources at the end of day. So be sure, be cautious before you do this stuff. Make sure you go through the proper testing before you implement these in your production. So there are few tips and tricks because I have been asked by many guys in the before my presentations in the local community meetups and the other webinars I have given. So normally I get, how can I improve my Tableau performance? So it's not a single answer that I can give, or there is no hard rule. Uh, do this thing so that your Tableau server performance will get improved. I can't say that. There are different things that you need to look at when you say your Tableau performance is low. So are you Visualizing huge amount of data and you are saying it should be loaded in 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Yes, that will not possible. That might be possible, but not with me. So there are different areas where you have to look at when you have performance issues. So I'm just putting few things as a tips and tricks. So when you design your Tableau server platform, don't look at the shorter requirements, because your shorter requirements may be something else, but over the time and depends on the people you onboard onto the Tableau platform, everything get changed, right? So look at your longer requirements. When I say longer, it can be maybe down the line 2 3 years, I will say. So look at what sort of requirements that you have, and don't go with select star extracts. So that can use file systems, because extract will get saved on your file systems of Tableau server, so it will consume the whole space. So try to optimize your extract. Try to put filters when you create extracts, which means at the data source level also, and explore server side rendering options. So there is an option called or there is a feature called rendering. Where should it happen and how should it happen? So by default, Tableau calculates, or it reads your system requirements, or reads your system resources, based on which, and the complexity of the dashboard that you are viewing, based on which it will decide whether it should go for server side rendering or the client side rendering. Sorry. So you can configure that again. Change the session timeout, because I have seen people open their dashboards and they leave on their browsers for a longer time, even if they are not in use. So there are chances that it still hold your CPU and RAM if that session is opened on your browser. So try to limit the session timeouts, so that after maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, the session should close automatically or disconnected from your Tableau server. So we know that Tableau uses Postgres as its repository database. So what we can do is we can use either we can use the default admin views which comes along with the default installation, or we can access the Tableau repository with the read-only users, see where your bottlenecks are, or see where the actual issue is. Try to look at the historic data. It will give you so many things that you are unaware. And yes, it's your server and you are the admin, or you are the architect, and it's your own proprietary. So whatever the tips and tricks or the techniques that we have been discussing in the entire session, make sure you test those properly before you put those in your production servers. So any questions? So thanks for your time.